Die for the Empire is a retro shoot-'em-up developed by Black Sword Entertainment. It's currently up for vote on Steam Greenlight, and I was sent a beta build by the developer. To kick off the retro experience, you are greeted with some agonizingly slow exposition. Here, have a taste of it. Why? I cannot think of a good reason. I've started this shoot-'em-up that promises me an intense, difficult experience, and I'm confronted with a simulation of what it must be like for someone with a learning disability to read a short piece of text. My only choices are to suffer through slowly or give up and skip it. If you do decide to press enter, don't worry, you aren't missing much. No, really, and I'm not convinced it's meant to be tongue-in-cheek. Anyway, on to the important part, the gameplay. Just kidding, there's more writing to read. This serves as the tutorial, but unfortunately it lies to you. It teaches you how to use a special beam attack, but instead of telling you to hold the right mouse button, which is correct, it tells you to hold the left. And then this pilot recommends not using it. Gee golly gosh, what an exciting video game so far. I wonder what other weapons I might get that I should avoid using too. I always thought that one of the benefits of having a tutorial section was letting the player play with things, and then just saying, from now on be careful. Why waste my time and make me stick around if you could have done that while I was playing? Even when it does give you a new weapon mid-level, you have to just wait through this guy talking. It's just so irritating in a game that is meant to be about action. You feel like screaming at this dickhead, let me play, give me the nukes, and fuck off. And it really is this issue of pacing that has defined my first impression of the game. I don't just mean in dialogue or exposition either. A regular fight just against normal enemies in the first level can be this intense. And then the boss fight that follows it, the big bad, is like this. It was one of the easiest bits of the first level. It just doesn't feel right. Speaking of bosses, let's take a look at what happened when I fought the guy at the end of the second level. Oh wait, that's right, I never actually fought to the second boss. I got quite a ways into level 2, died, and then instead of letting me restart the level, it just scrolled. And I had to start back at level 1 again because of it. Shoot-'em-ups should be frustrating. They should be challenging and make you want to come back and beat it. This game though, is not infuriating. It's not really frustrating. It's more that it's irritating. I mean, beyond the pacing, the game actually has slowdowns. Sometimes it happens when you destroy enemies, sometimes it's when there are lots of bullets on the screen, but it totally puts me off the game, which is a shame, because I like shoot-'em-ups. I'm not exactly a huge fan of the retro style. I like shots to have more of a sense of impact, and knowing that it's of course not really an old game, the way the spaceships shift around without any animation just seems awkward to me, but I could easily have seen myself having fun with it if it weren't for the points I've illustrated here. As it stands, going off this beta build, I couldn't see myself buying it for any price. But, as usual, that's just another one of my harmful opinions.